paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. Here's Steve Young. Oh, hit as he throws there.
Going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Young. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Young. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Gray. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Finding Davis. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion.
Can't happen. I mean, that is just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap now to Young. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it. Young. He connects downfield on 4th. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And it'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings it. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. A timely interception for them there, partner. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least
looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Hey, baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. And in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 9. To throw is Young. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. On play action, Young. That's the Hall of Famer, Ray Lewis. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Well, that's certainly not what we were expecting to see, especially from a quarterback of this caliber. Opening drive, turnover. And let's hope for their sake, Mike, this is not a sign of things to come the rest of the day.
Finding room to the 20. 17 yards, the gain there. That's enough for a first down. They'll stay on the ground. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. A tight end in motion now. A run on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Second and 11. Here's Young. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Young. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over.
We need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro gave me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse flirt.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Atlanta. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Nix to the air. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Throwing Nix. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. John Ross from 8 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, Run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Allen on 3rd and short. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down throw for Allen. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Play action now, Allen. He put everything he had into this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
It's caught. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get to. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by Fred Warner.
That's not going to show up as a 1st down gained on the stat sheet, and I don't think they are disappointed with the results. Hey, listen, that's good yardage and a nice change of pace for their ground game.
Hits him on the out route. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Young to throw here on third. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Young on 1st and 10. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Can't get it to him, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. They're going for it, Young. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So the defense holds, and that is our final highlight of the first quarter. Our score, 6-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Now he throws deep across the field. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Allen on the play action. He rolls to his right. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs go up by 12. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. So they didn't call on him following the touchdown, but they do call on him here as he sends this away. Return coming here from the 12. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 24 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Allen. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jerome Baker has it. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break.
He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Big play gets him across midfield.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start off with a give to Lewis.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Escaping the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's Steve Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Third down, Young from the gun.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julian Edelman, 31 yards.
And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Over the middle to Smith. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Emmitt Smith, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to beat you. Hey, you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out. Hey, I'm a hot girl yelling, bring them out. Hey, I'm a dope boy yelling, bring them out. Hey, I'm the back game yelling, bring them out. Hey,
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Young will set to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Young off the play fake. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Young. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. He's into space past the 25. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They run up the middle with Emmett. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Smith once more. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Emmitt Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Young. Flush to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Young now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Steve Young, a 13-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
And Young's going to throw for this. That's caught at the 1. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Young. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Steps away to his left. Sheds off the tackle. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A spectacular run by the Hall of Famer Steve Young. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Young. Forced out to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Now Young. Sets up the screen to Lewis. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try to throw now. Young. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Young. Dancing to his left. And fights him off. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they just get the play off. Now Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. To return, here's Daquan Hardy. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock. and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They'll stay on the ground with Emmett. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Steve Young. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the return will stop right around the 25. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Young to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Smith. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Here's 1st and 10. Young to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down. Young out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, I'm a with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor connoisseur, weeks on Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him help, yeah. Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterfly that's on my wrist. PT, she's gauzy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, I'm a with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, that he's coming right back.
Like ice cream on Shanty, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. Now my head boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that, get that, get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows when I play with him like that. I think he knows when I say it to him like that. He's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on. When I play with him like that, when I play with him like that, play with him like that, that he's coming right back.
Boy.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy.
Ay, 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 ay. Shoot my shot like, ay. Hit the red dot like, ay. Their spot like, ay, 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 ay. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ay. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ay. Shoot my shot like, ay. Hit the red dot like, ay. Finger on the like, ay, 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 ay. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ay. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride the side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I f***ing sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like,
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road, at the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do?
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hey, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet.
Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Tory Taylor, to do the honors. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. Right to the air, it's Hurts. He's taking a shot on his first play. That's grabbed inside the 30. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for Cardinals. First and 10 at the 20.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts now from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. And the Cardinals offense staying out there for a 2-point try. This is caught for 2, and right away they jump out to an 8-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Play action now, Young. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Rid of that defense that's flying around and making the play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Shotgun snap now to Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Cardinals take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard.
Two in, two up, back ends, moved up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want.